Yo, what is up, everyone, and welcome to the first official video of the 7 month art challenge. All right, I'm super excited to talk about this. I've been thinking about it all day, so let's just get into it. Let's just get into it real quick. All right, so in my last video, I was talking about doing this challenge, and I said I upload a video today, and we're kind of running out of time, so I'm just gonna go off the cuff. I got a little bit of a script here, but yeah, let's just get started. Okay, so what exactly is the 7 month art challenge? So when I had this idea, um, I I wanted to draw for a long time. I wanted to be able to draw, um, because a lot of my projects require art essentially. But I suck at art. I've never done art for real. Like I used to draw when I was a kid, but like that's it. And like my drawing's terrible, right? So that's the main thing I want to do in the 7 month art challenge: improve my drawing skills, just so I can do my own art and I don't have to like hire someone in the future. So what I'm actually going to be going for is we're going to trying to be going from my current drawing skills, which is absolutely garbage. Until like last week, I didn't even know how to draw in perspective. I've been doing a little bit of pre-work, but I mean, it's really not that much. So we're trying to go from zero drawing skills, sorry. And then at the end of the 7 months, I want to have an entire manga volume produced. So one full manga volume completely drawn by me 100%. So, oh yeah, so for the manga, uh she I should have had this prepared. Yeah, so I think I'm probably going to let me get another one. So I think for the manga, I want something about this quality. Something about like this quality. This is like a I don't know if you can see that, but um yeah, like something around like this quality, like not super over the top, like but just kind of, like I would say this is pretty good quality, but like not super crazy like Jujutsu Kaisen or anything. Like I already know that level of detail is like finna take a while. Here's another one I think has like a similar level of quality. These mangas are banger, by the way. This one is this one's called I Can't Choose My Childhood Friend, and then this one's called Please Leave Me Alone. Banger. Anyway, yeah, so I'm currently going for around that quality. I'll probably just put an image up over it instead of me actually trying to show you. At the end of the 7 months, I feel like that's definitely an achievable goal. So let's see what's next. So, oh yeah, so like some of these challenge videos, like I've seen these challenge videos a lot, and a lot of people, I feel like they're kind of doing more of an experiment than a challenge. This is not an experiment. I totally think 100% that this is possible and realistic for me to do. Um, like if you know anything about me, I've been preaching like that you don't need a lot of time to learn skills for a long time. Like people ask me, like especially Guilty Gear, they're like, "Yo, like I don't have a lot of time. How can I learn?" Or like video games or stuff like this. It's like I need to put in so many hours. Like, no, you don't. Like you just need a, you just need a good plan. And we're gonna talk about exactly what we're gonna be doing to get here in the 7 months. Cause I'm definitely not going no plan. All right, you know what I mean? All right, so I feel like this challenge is a it's a good time for me to finally like put some proof up on the internet that people can actually do this, man, because I swear I've been talking about this for so long, and like man, it's people just don't believe you, bro. Anyway, yeah, so I'm super excited for this challenge. All right. Yeah, and art, man, art, man, like the amount of art videos that I've watched, and everyone's like, "Ah, you need 2, 3, 4 years to master the skill." I'm like, no way, bro. Like, so I think art is the perfect challenge for this. I feel like everyone in art always talks about how long it takes to master these skills. I feel like it's definitely not. I feel like I can definitely get to something about this quality in 7 months. So that's definitely what we're gonna go for. All right. With the proper method. So what is the proper method exactly? Okay. So like I've been saying, forever with my video game career. Okay, um, dude, like the first place that people fail to get anything done is they have no plan. For real, like they have no plan. They're just like going. There's like, oh, I'm just start like doing stuff. Like for example, they is going like for this is going. They start drawing stuff. It's like, nah, you can't just start drawing stuff. Like you don't even know what's going on. Like you got to learn the skills, right? So like, what do I actually need to do? So I mean, the first problem that I know I'm gonna run into is maintaining my motivation through the 7 months, because I've already talked about this in the last video, but it's really hard for me to maintain motivation. Like I get excited on one thing and then like I go super hard at it for like, I don't know, maybe a month or 2 months. I go crazy and then I just fall off. So we're trying to prevent that. So part of my part of my plan to do that is actually making these videos. That's a big reason why I'm trying to make them. Um, making yourself do something, like post something that other people can see, is definitely a big motivator, because other people know if you fall off. So that's one of the ways that I'm planning on keeping my motivation up. And then another thing is, if you ever heard of like SMART goals, I forgot what SMART stands for. It's like time bound, like realistic, achievable, like basically completable goals. Goals that are actually like tangible, not like, I want to get better at art. Like, like, nah, I want to draw manga. Like that's a tangible thing. Like I can draw manga. You know what I mean? It's not super tangible, but yeah, that's where you have to break it down to sub goals. So I'm gonna be doing weekly goals. So I'm gonna be making one of these update videos every single week, talking about my weekly goals and the things that I want to do this week. And then every single day, I'm also going to be uploading a video on my actual progress of like what I did that day. That way I can like keep track. And then also it'll make sure that I don't skip a day, because skipping a day is going to be detrimental. I can already tell, because I mean, that's how it all starts. You skip one day, and then it's just, just straight downhill, straight to the trash can. You know what I mean? So all right. Let's see here. Da, 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 da. Yeah, so that's gonna be the main ways that I saw my motivation. And then another thing I noticed, when I actually have goals that are achievable in like a short time period, is really easy for me to stay motivated. For example, like rather than like giving myself a 1 month goal, like I give myself like goal like, okay, this has to be done by the end of the day, or this has to be done by the end of the week. Like that's something like, I can actually work on. You know what I mean? I have a limited time. Like giving myself limited time to do things actually helps a lot. So that's another thing I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna be having daily goals um to help me work on this. Okay. So now we run to the second problem. So the second thing that I need to be doing to, make sure this project actually works, is I need to build my own curriculum. So this is one thing I feel like I actually have a lot of experience doing, building my own curriculum. Like pretty much anything I ever studied, I always built my own curriculum, because I don't know, I just hate other people's curriculums. Like honestly, like I try to buy courses and stuff, and like I don't think there's been a single course that I bought from anyone that I was like, oh, this course is like. Actually, I think there's been one course. I think it's literally been one course that I took on programming, and like man, like school, I always hated school. I was like, this is so stupid, it's so inefficient. Courses I buy, I always buy them, I always end up disappointed. Or like, it's like okay. I'm like, it's like okay, you know what I mean? Like I guess like I can use it as a resource or like something like that. So I feel like I have a lot of experience building my own curriculum. So I feel like this is definitely an area I'm really good in. So how am I actually planning on building my curriculum? Well, like I was saying, all I need is to figure out the skills that I need to draw manga. So, for example, like you need to draw manga, I'm gonna have people in it, so I need to figure out how to draw people. So, figure out how to draw people, you need anatomy, you need figure drawing. Um, yeah, you need anatomy, you need figure drawing. Since I want to be an action manga, I need to make sure I have a really good understanding of how to move the figure in a 3D space and like, I mean, dynamic poses. Definitely, you need perspective, especially you're going to be drawing backgrounds. You need shading. I'm counting off my fingers right now. You can't see it because it's under the camera, but yeah, you're gonna need shading. I mean, probably need some coloring, but I don't think I'm gonna go too hard at coloring. I think I'm gonna just like do that at the end because I feel like there are more important skills. Like I don't know what else you need. I have a list of all the skills I think I need. So basically, I'm just taking that list and I'm figuring out what's most important, and I'm just working backwards. So right now, this week, I'm working on perspective, and I'm working on uh, well, I want to get started on working on figure drawing with the mannequin as soon as possible. So I have a plan to do all of that. But this week specifically, the thing I'm going to be working on most is this. And if you know anything about art, yeah, like this thing is yeah, this thing is super important. Like cubes, people always talk about drawing cubes, drawing boxes. Yeah, so what I'm working on this week is actually being able to draw the cube in 3D space. So if you look at this, like it's hard to line it up with the camera, but if you look at this, like this is like this is kind of like two-dimensional, and then you can rotate it. So I'm trying to figure out how to rotate the cube like this and draw that. So I got a couple different exercises, but as of right now, it's still kind of a work in progress figuring out exactly what I need to do. So I'm not going to talk about exactly the exercises that I did. I'll talk about it in the next weekly update, and definitely in the daily updates I'll be talking about what I did that day. So um yeah, so stay tuned for that. But right now it's still a work in progress. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing this week, and also um, I'm exposed. Also, I got this book, How to Draw, and it is actually really good. I mean, like it's really good for some of the stuff that has, but a lot of the things, uh, some of the things I feel like I won't use, and some of the things I feel like kind of overly complicated for no reason. But definitely, I learned a lot just from reading this book and testing the things that are inside of it. So I'm gonna keep reading how to draw. So I'm trying to aim for about 8 pages a day, and I have some books on figure drawing too, but I don't know like how useful they'll be trying to draw in the anime style. So I'm still trying to figure that out. All right. Oh, I think I just went off the cup for this whole next section. But yeah, that's what we're gonna be trying to do in terms of drawing this week. And then I'm not done yet because we actually have more things that I'm trying to do. So I'm trying to make a manga. So one of the things I'm going to be doing right now is storyboarding or writing out, actually planning out the story beforehand. Since I can't draw, um, I feel like this is really the only way to realistically get it done because then at the end I can just blitz out all the drawing that I need to do. If I have an entire scene list created with the storyboarding and exactly how I want the manga to progress. So I'm going to be every single week. I'm going to be trying to make some progress on the actual story. So this week I'm going to be working on the themes, so the overall themes of the manga. I'm gonna be trying to make a character outline to talk about the different criteria for the characters, or not criteria, like the different aspects of the characters. I'm trying to make like a Excel spreadsheet of all the characters I want and their roles in the stories, and then I think I'm also gonna work on the plot this week. Um, like the actual plot premise because well, honestly, I was just planning on working on the themes this week, but I just blitzed out a bunch of themes yesterday, and I blitzed out like 3 characters that are like, oh, these are pretty good characters. So I think I'm just gonna work on refining them, and then my head changes all the time. So honestly, it's probably gonna change at some point. So I'm just gonna keep pressing ahead, and I'm probably gonna try to get the plot along this week too, like a little plot outline, and then I'm gonna have a little document outlining all of that. So that's what I'm working on this week in terms of the storyboarding. And then there's actually a part 3 thing that I need to be doing, which is Japanese. Okay, so Japanese. Um, I've actually been learning Japanese for a while now. Uh, I say like on and off, like if you count the total amount of time that I've spent trying to learn Japanese, maybe about 4 months. A lot of it was time wasted, like doing stuff like Duolingo and stuff, which is pretty useless. But I did stuff like Duolingo in high school. I did WIZDOM for Japanese, which was garbage. Oh my gosh, never use WIZDOM for Japanese. But yeah, I probably spent about 4 months in total, not like 4 straight months, like just scattered like here there, in total learning Japanese. And right now I'm in a pretty decent spot. I'm no hiragana, I know katakana. Um, and I've been working through. Oh my gosh, did I expose myself again? No, I don't know. I'll show you guys next week. I think it's in my backpack, but yeah, I'm working through the Genki books. So, um, yeah. Anyway, so why am I learning Japanese? What does that have to do with making manga? Because obviously, I could just make the manga in English. Like, there's no reason for me to make the manga in Japanese, except there is. So, if you know anything about Japanese manga, or manga in general, there's like, to my understanding, I don't know if I'm incorrect, please correct me. But as far as I know, there is basically no scene for manga or American manga or like Western manga, like anywhere. There's no like real big scene, like no actual scene where you can produce that type of stuff. Like pretty much all the manga gets produced in Japan and then just gets translated and sent over here, like as like a side project. Like the whole manga industry is basically in Japan. Now that might be changing because I think the comic book industry kind of tanked, so there might be a emerging Western manga industry, um, but I don't know. That's all speculation. I don't know. I haven't done a lot of research on it, but that's as far as I know. That's exactly how it's working. So I want to actually translate my book into, or my manga, sorry, into Japanese. So that's why I'm going to be working on Japanese. So I feel like translating it won't be that hard because I have like infinite time, and let me just get this out of the way. Why don't I just throw it in like Google Translate or something? Well, if you know anything about Japanese, like, or just writing in general, like Google Translate doesn't give you super good translations. Like you can get the meaning across, but I mean in terms of actual writing, I mean your writing is really gonna suffer. So you kind of have to know Japanese in order to or whatever language you're really trying to translate into in order to actually produce it. So that's why I'm trying to learn Japanese. I already wanted to learn Japanese anyway, and I'm gonna just honestly just keep it on the back burner pretty much the whole time. So I don't think it's really gonna be that big a deal. So currently what I'm doing this week for Japanese is I've been using this website called Kana Quiz. I really like it. I've been using it for a while. Like honestly, like 1 week of doing Kana Quiz taught me hiragana, katakana, like close to 90%. Like just 1 week of using Kana Quiz versus like 2 months of trying to learn hiragana and katakana on Duolingo. Like Duolingo is kind of garbage, not gonna lie. But yeah. Anyway, I've been using Kana Quiz, so right now I pretty much always get about 90% or above on the tests. So I think I'll put an image of that on screen or a video. But right now, what I'm doing is I take the tests once a day or maybe twice, and then I basically put the characters I missed on flashcards, and then I go through them, and then I take the test again. I go through them for 15 minutes, and then yeah, so that way I can try to familiarize myself with the characters because I can get the characters right, but really, I mean, when you're reading a language, like you kind of need to recognize the characters like really quick. So being like sitting there, like right now, like when I read my Genki, I'm like, I got pulled up. I'm like, okay, like what is it? Like I probably read this like, uh, sore wa so, sore wa so, uh, kamo, sore wa so kamo, demo kam kami, that's kami sa kami sama mo sana sana, yeah, like I don't know, it took way too long to read like two sentences, you know what I'm saying? So like like I should have put that page in there. Anyway, um yeah, so that's pretty much my plan for that. And then also I've been working through Genki, so um I'm trying to do about a chapter and a or either half a chapter or a full chapter every day and take notes on it. That way I can look back on it and review. I think I'm gonna have to do some review too, because like a lot of the like especially like Game Pass or early chapters, like a lot of it's like really, I don't want to say difficult to understand, but it's like difficult to remember, like the rules for like the different forms and stuff. I'm like, yeah, like I'm gonna need some serious work memorizing that, you know what I mean? So yeah, I think we'll probably add some more to the Japanese study as well. But anyway, that's all I'm gonna be doing for this. So I'm gonna be posting my first day one video tomorrow. I'm consider this the actual day one video. Um, because it's 7, or maybe I'll post one a day. I don't know. It depends, but I'm not holding myself accountable for the day. Like I'm doing the work for sure, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to post. So so definitely the first video will be out tomorrow on the dailies, and then at the end of this week, um, I will make another one of these videos talking about what I'm going to do for the next week and summarizing what I did this week. So look forward to that, and I hope you guys are as psyched as I am. And but anyway, that's all I got for this video. So make sure to stay tuned for the daily updates, and thank you for watching.